I like to say that I'm not a sovereign citizen. I'm just an American, and I'm just being constitutional, and I'm not doing anything. I'm not breaking any law.
Did you go to law school?
No, ma'am.
He did. You know that.
Yes, I understand, but he's not being constitutional.
Trying to get in on his computer, but he couldn't figure out how to make it work. And then he got this wiggly gray screen. So then there was a question of, well, does he have capabilities on his computer?
Well, now his screen's off. So if he'd start the video again.
Mr. Abel, did you say you can use your phone? Just go ahead and come in on your phone.
I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone already.
I'm going to set this over in order that you appear at the courthouse next time. How's that?
Well, I have the medical condition that I've been dealing with.
All right. Well,
Buckle up, guys. Today we're diving into a courtroom face-off that starts with sovereign citizen energy, minus the self-awareness. This guy opens by claiming he's not one, yet everything he says screams otherwise. He throws around constitutional, like it's his get-out-of-jail-free card. But the judge, she's already catching on. What should have been a simple tag issue is about to become a full-on legal circus.
if you can't leave your home and come to the courthouse,
I'm in the video right now. Okay, I'm in.
Richard Paul on behalf of Mr. Estrada, who appears by Zoom in a separate location in council.
and how does he wish to proceed today?
Judge, I need to withdraw from this case.
Your Honor, Mr. Estrada filed pro se, I do believe. Well, I know it was pro se filing.
Well, I do notice he's taken a number of filings in his own right without going through counsel. Mr. Estrada, you come back to my recollection, we've met in city court, correct?
Yes.
And now this is that tag and suspended license?
No.
No,
It's a tag issue, Your Honor.
Just the tag, Your Honor.
All right.
I believe Mr. Paul is requesting to withdraw based upon the essentially sovereign type citizen claim followed by Mr. Abel.
Well, let me,
Mr. Estrada, excuse me.
And also, there's been a total breakdown in communications, Judge. He files his own motions. I cannot represent him.
he's okay. All right, Mr. Estrada, you were appointed an attorney. Apparently at one point you wanted one, or maybe we gave you one and you didn't want one.
No, that's not it.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, that's not it. He's not, Richard Paul is not seeking my interest, and
All right, guys, here's where the chaos really begins. Our guy claims his camera won't work. Total oops moment. But the second the judge suggests he show up in person, like magic, the camera flickers on. Classic move from someone trying to play the system. The judge isn't buying it, and the court's patience is wearing thin. You can already tell this hearing is going to spiral fast.
I put everything in an affidavit. He's not representing me. He's actually judging me before he's judging me before I even go into court. He's not listening to my paperwork. So he decided he doesn't want to represent me. So I still need to be represented.
Well, Mr. Paul, you're allowed to withdraw.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is this the last case you have on the docket?
Until 11, Judge. I have an 11, so I'm just going to mute myself. And
That'd be fine. All right. Now, I think you are going to have the same problem with any other attorney that you had with Mr. Paul. Mr. Paul, from this court's experience over the years, is a very competent, diligent attorney. Now, sometimes attorneys have to tell you their opinion of what's going to happen, and you may or may not agree with their opinion, but you do still want an attorney.
I do. I have a thread of the communications that you can see it, and I'm not getting represented correctly. I'm sure he's a competent attorney, but
Now this part is straight up courtroom gold. His own attorney files to withdraw, and the reason? Client's gone full sovereign. He's filing his own motions, rejecting advice, and derailing every step of the process. The judge respects the attorney's decision, but it's clear. No one wants to touch this case. The red flags are everywhere and rising by the minute. Total meltdown in progress.
I proceeded to give all my information, all my laws, and he
All of
doesn't.
your what? Your laws?
The laws, the Constitution.
Your Honor,
So,
Your Honor, could I say
Please.
something, please? Mr. Estrada, every attorney who the court can appoint to represent you, one, I don't want to see, and I'm sure the judge is the same way, I don't want to see any kind of communication thread between yourself and Mr. Paul, because there could be confidential, well, I'm sure there's confidential and privileged information within that, and you shouldn't be disclosing that to me. That's between you and any attorney you so choose to have represent you. But I believe most attorneys, or all attorneys that the court has available to appoint to you, they are sworn to uphold the Constitution of the United States and the state of Kansas, and not what you filed. That's the attorneys didn't go to your law school, which is kind of what you've set forth. So that's the issue the court's talking about when you're claiming a sovereign citizen. We don't have an attorney who's, I guess, registered to under your rules and laws as you see them. So that's the problem you're going to be running into as far as the attorneys the court has to appoint to you. If I said that correctly, Your Honor.
thank you, Mr. Dean.
I like to say that I'm not a.
Here's where things get hilarious. After losing his lawyer, he suddenly changes course and says he wants representation. But not just any lawyer. He wants one who understands his version of the Constitution. It's sovereign logic at its peak. Trust no one, yet demand everything. Meanwhile, the court stays composed, trying to bring him back to earth. But clearly, he's still floating in his own legal fantasy.
So
Well, sir, you said the attorney wouldn't accept your laws or follow your laws.
no, that's not what I said. I
Okay,
said that.
what did you say? Because I thought you said you were trying to train him on the laws, in essence.
No, I don't. I'm just presenting the law to
Alright.
him, and he doesn't even read my documents that I presented, which is the law.
Did you go to law school?
No, ma'am.
He did, you know that.
Yes, I understand, but he's not being constitutional. That's what I'm saying.
But you didn't go to law school, so are you sure you know what being constitutional involves? I mean, we all can read the Constitution and understand, yes, but there's a lot involved in interpreting that. Do you understand?
I understand what you're saying, ma'am. All I'm saying is that he's using case law, not constitutional law. And he didn't see all my paperwork. He just ignored it. He just blew through it and then gave me the wrong dates. I presented all the documents and he didn't even look at it and ignored the paperwork. Well, no, I like to address. I like to first, if possible, we can a motion to dismiss with the stream
We're
privilege.
not going to do that today. All right, I'm going to one more time appoint.
This is where the legal word salad starts to overflow. He claims his attorney ignored the true law and used case law instead of the Constitution, then admits he didn't go to law school. You can practically hear the courtroom groaning. The judge politely challenges his reasoning, but it's a masterclass in delusion. He's armed with buzzwords and no understanding. A sovereign cocktail for disaster.
You an attorney?
Your Honor, could I make a request to the court on this matter?
Sure.
This case carries a maximum sentence of 30 days. Doesn't even have an eligibility or requirement that he be provided an attorny.
Well,
I'm just.
there's
just saying,
potential jail time.
I would like to have if the court wants. I understand if the court wants to appoint an attorney. Absolutely, don't dispute that. But under the circumstance of the defense that's wanting to be presented, I would ask the court to appoint somebody. I get Mr. McClendon still available.
That's just what I was thinking. He's here in town.
We set this next hearing, give sufficient time, perhaps 60 days, perhaps longer, and we just have it set for a bench trial. And
Missy,
if he doesn't want to cooperate with that attorney, the state would be asking.
Mr. Watson and I had a discussion and figured it would be more proper for a district court case.
will you take the appointment if I give him back to you?
I guess, Judge.
All right. So you two have already met Mr. Estrada, right? The good news was he got it dismissed for you in city court, but the bad news is for you, it's back in district court. All right. So do you agree, Mr. McClendon, that we ought to just set it for bench trial, or maybe, or do you, what
We
do you
can
want
set
to
up a
do?
bench trial, Judge. I'm familiar enough with the case.
Okay. He has filed some pro se motions. Okay, Missy, give me a trial date, please.
We can resolve those motions at trial, Your Honor.
Sure. January 3rd at 11. Does that work?
Yeah, it should be fine. Do you want to do that in person or I guess on Zoom probably?
Well, generally we do them on Zoom. Now, if there's some special reason not to, I would hear the argument, but at this time I'm going to set it for Zoom.
That's fine, Judge.
All right. Thank you, Mr. McClendon. I appreciate your willingness to do that. Mr. Estrada, I will continue. You're not on bond, but I will continue the order that you reappear for bench trial January 3rd at 11. And I trust you have Mr. McClendon's contact information and he has yours from your
I
city
do.
appointment?
Yes.
You do? All right, thank you. If there's nothing further, we will be in recess on.
This section hits hard. The court notes the case doesn't even require an attorney because it carries minimal jail time, but they still appoint one. And spoiler alert, it's a familiar face. Meanwhile, the defendant's still rambling about made-up laws and why no one listens to him. What's clear? He's out of his depth, yet doubling down. You can feel the courtroom quietly bracing for what's coming next. Okay, this part? Pure comedy. The new attorney hears the name and instantly looks like he just got hit by a truck. Turns out he's dealt with this guy before. And it did not go well. That moment of recognition is priceless. You can practically read his thoughts. Oh no, not this guy again. Still, the judge sets a trial, and this poor attorney is stuck. You know he's regretting picking up the call. And we're closing out this circus with the bench trial officially set. The judge keeps it professional, but let's be real. This guy's sovereign shtick fooled no one. From fake law talk to wasted court time, it's the usual sovereign citizen script. His new lawyer is in for a wild ride. If you enjoyed this, chaos. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.